How's it going, peeps? It's Chris from The Wandering Warrior here, and in this video today I'm going to call about daily and morning routines, even nighttime routines. So enjoy! Okay, so this is a really good one, just because I've done this. I've been doing morning routines for years now, and I found that they really work quite powerfully when you know how to navigate them and what to implement. And in this video I'll give like a couple of tips or ideas in relation to what you can implement into your morning habits, into your daily life. Now, don't get ahead of yourself. These can be very small things that actually just make a big difference in the long term, in the long run, not long term. So years ago, when I started getting into a lot of the personal development and navigating how to run my best day, how to be more productive, how to feel more accomplished within my day and what I wanted to achieve. Pardon me. I started doing, I guess, meditation. Meditation was one of the first things that I started in the morning, and I'd only implement that, and that would kind of get my head right for the day and just kind of start the day with like a calm, presence. Now, a lot of us, I guess, when we wake up, a lot of people do know this, a lot of people do this, is the first thing that we do when we wake up is check our phones. Now, doing that actually releases dopamine. So this has been proven that, each time we look at our phones, we're releasing a small amount of dopamine, or each time we get a notification message, that we get a dopamine hit, which is like that addiction drug, chemical in our brain. So waking up and, the first thing that we're doing is checking our messages is not a powerful way to start the day. A powerful day, you want to start the day is not needing that, that gratification from something. Oh, I got a message, or I got an email, or it's starting the day strong in a sense of giving back to yourself. Now, if you're giving back to yourself in the start of your day, you're actually going to feel a bit more accomplished and a bit more worthy of yourself, instead of giving out that energy to your phone, which is going to give you, oh, look, I got a message, oh, what does that message say? Really, the majority of the time, how many times have you woken up and you got a message and you were like, wow, that message just fulfilled the hell out of me? I'd say like maybe 0.00001%. Maybe, I could be wrong. This is just my perspective, remember, but I'm saying that if you're starting the day with something like meditation, yoga, reading, journaling, to-do list, what you want to accomplish for the day, you're actually giving yourself a good focus to start the day, and then that is going to essentially be, your focus driven for the day, back in the back of your mind, which is a powerful way to start the day. Now, I've been through many things to do morning routines, because it can take a while to find, what really works for you. And once you find it, it sticks. So for me, yesterday, for I don't know how long, as soon as I wake up, I do 10 minutes of meditation every morning. I've been doing morning meditation as soon as I wake up for years now. I used to do an hour and 10 minutes, and then I cut it down to 45 minutes. Then I cut it down to 30 minutes. And then I was doing 20 minutes in the morning and 20 minutes in the evening. So that's the way I would start my day, because it would kind of just clear my mind for, everything that I had to kind of go through within the day. Even if it wasn't so much, but it was just a nice way to start the day. So that's what I currently do. Now, in the past, I have done, when I was working a job last year, I used to wake up, I used to do my meditation. I used to write down 10 things. Was it 10 things I wanted to be great? No, 10 things I wanted to happen that day, or 3 things that I wanted to accomplish that day. even if they were small things. It could be like, I want to, play half an hour of guitar, or I want to go to the gym, or things that I would normally get done anyway, but at least I would be kind of making that commitment to myself. There's a video on committing to myself before, but I'd be making that commitment to myself to get it done, because I'd be writing it down. And when you put things on paper, I don't know why, but it kind of clarifies it and puts your focus on it, and you want to do it. So yeah, I used to do that. So those were two things. I also used to read for 30 minutes a day before I went to work, and then I would get ready and go to work. Yes, this does require you maybe to wake up 10 minutes earlier, 15 minutes earlier, 20 minutes earlier, an hour earlier. Start small. I say in one of my videos, I think it's about taking action, link up here. Start small. Even if it's 5 minutes a day, just take the time to give back to yourself in any way. Meditating, even just sitting there and listening to music that you like, and just not doing anything, just closing your eyes and listening to it. Give back to yourself in some way. First thing you do when you wake up, you'll feel better about yourself. So yeah, I've done many different types of morning routines. I've done yoga and breath work when I was living in Melbourne temporarily. That's the way I would start my day. And that's a powerful way to start the day. 15 minutes of breath work. I think it was 20 minutes of yoga, and then switched on. And I got so many things done. Because I wasn't working, I was house sitting down there, and it just worked. So it's a very powerful tool that you can use. Nighttime routines, also quite powerful. Now for me now, I've cut down my meditation. I used to do 20 minutes a night, but now I'm just focusing on, because I've been putting in so much to catching up with people before I'm leaving, playing guitar, doing the videos, editing the other social media stuff for the videos. That's taken a lot of my time. So I'm only human. I make little mistakes as well. I think I'll make a video on mistakes next. I'm just doing the best I can with what I have available to me. And I know that when I free up a bit more time, I'll go back to doing the meditation before bed. And I still do my lists, which you've seen in another video. Let me put that one up here too. So I do my list of, what is it? Is it 10? No, it's 5 wins for the day. 5 wins for the day. It's in that same link that I just put up. 5 wins for today. And I've also started to put 5 possibilities for whenever. So just to give my mind, instead of thinking about the negative possibility at times, which we tend to do, survival mechanism kicking in, I do the 5 possibilities that are possible. Does that make sense? So for example, say I have a negative thought that, what if this doesn't work out? Or for example, my car just finally got fixed. Finally. What if this costs me $1,200 and that's going to make my savings go down for the trip, and I worry. Okay, cool. That's the negative thought possibility, right? So what I do every night is I think up 5 possibilities for me in my life. Could be anything you want. Don't get too ridiculous though. Like, be honest with yourself, and things that could be possible, that are possible. Anything's possible, right? Anything. Just that you got to put that time and energy into it, and sometimes things can just happen. So that's how I play my night game now, my night routine. So, powerful tool that you can use, either a morning routine, a night routine. again, if you're not doing something like this, start small. Small steps lead to big results. It's another one of the things I love to say, because they do. You start small, it'll lead to something big down the track. The further you go down the path of consistency, the better the results become. You can see that with going to the gym. You can see that with healthy eating. Like, do you see a pattern? So start small, and then when you feel comfortable, work your way up. And then if that feels like it's too much, work your way back down. It's okay, as long as you're being consistent. Again, don't be too hard on yourself when you miss a day or you miss 2 days, just as long as you get back on track. I used to be really hard on myself when I missed a day and everything like that. So now I've balanced that stuff out. So I hope that you've enjoyed that. Now, I want to give you a couple of ideas that you can do. If you'd like to hear more about these ideas, let me know in the comments below. Subscribe to that as well, because that will help. And just comment down below and let me know if there's anything you'll be more interested in. You can do the research yourself. That's how I got to coming up with all these tools, was I started doing heaps of research, did a lot of development within myself, done many modalities, and that's why I want to share, you know, what really works and I feel is powerful for everyone to create. So a good one is meditating, obviously. Now, meditating can be 2 minutes a day, 5 minutes a day. There's a Headspace app. Feel free to download that. What else? I really think that, you know, if you think that you can't meditate or you can't clear your mind, you're not a Buddhist monk or you're not a monk. Like, don't worry about that. Just try and focus on your breath. Bring yourself back to the breath each time. Okay? Basics in meditation. Yoga is really good. Stretch the body in the morning, even as a nighttime routine, 5 minutes before bed or 15 minutes before bed. This is supposed to be amazing. I've done it before and I've had like the best sleep. So I did about 30 minutes of yoga before bed once or twice or more often. I usually do it in the day, but it really helps you sleep. So if you want a good sleep, do yoga before bed. Breathwork's a good one. There is an app called Don't you hate it when your battery dies when you're making a video, or even if you make a video? So I'm just going to try and recap where I was. So, third thing, breathwork. Breathwork is quite powerful. Alkalizes your body in the morning, which is actually putting your body into a bit of a healthier state. Now, with breathwork, I suggest doing some research on it. The other thing you can do is download what I used, which is the Wim Hof app. So Wim Hof is known as the Iceman. He's been on documentaries and heaps of podcasts. So if you haven't heard about him, check him out. It goes into like the science of it and everything, so it's quite powerful. What else? Journaling is a really good thing to do in the morning when you wake up. To-do lists. If you do to-do lists, even if it's just 3 things that you want to accomplish for the day, that really kind of builds momentum, builds massive momentum. I've got a to-do list for the week, which I'm getting through. I've got probably 5 things on there left, and it's Wednesday, so I've still got a bit of time. I'm just not being hard on myself, getting as much done as I can. What else? Reading a book. Read half an hour before you go to work. One page a day. Do that. You know, it might kind of inspire you to start reading again. There's so many good books out there. Knowledge is power when utilized. So absorb. So look, I don't want to give you like a whole massive list. I'm just going to give you the list that, you know, I think, you know, you can pick one of those and start with one thing. And then if you want, you can add another thing. Give yourself 5 minutes to start off with. Maybe some of you can do 10 minutes to start off with. You can break that up. You can do 2 minutes of breath work, 2 minutes of yoga, 2 minutes of reading. But I just suggest doing one thing first. And then after, you can build upon that habit. So it's a good way to create habits. Start small. Now, one of the most important things I want to let you know is waking up in the morning 5 minutes earlier, 10 minutes earlier. I know how challenging it can seem because I was not a morning person. I loved sleeping in and I loved hitting that snooze button constantly, every day, at least once. I got it down to once, twice. Yeah, that's about it. And then it wasn't until a hypnotherapist, a strategic psychotherapist that I worked with, told me about this alarm called Inspire. And what it does is it wakes you up with motivational kind of quotes, quite powerful. And that was one thing, because it would inspire me to kind of wake up at that time. The other thing, and this works way more than anything else, don't plug your phone next to your bed. Don't do it. Just put it over the other side of the room. The alarm goes off. You have to get up. You have to go turn the phone off. Simple. Hard because some people want to, check their phone at night. And, when they wake up to go to the toilet. No. Get this alarm. Plug in your phone over the other side of the room. And get up in the morning. And stay up once you turn it off. Guaranteed, if you give this 3 weeks to a month, you'll ingrain the habit in. Like now I can wake up, I've got my phone next to my bed now, but I wake up at 5:40 every morning and I get up, I meditate. I don't snooze, nothing. So yeah, sometimes it's more challenging than others, but I still get up. And I've been doing that since I got back from Vietnam. Anyway, do that. That's probably one of the most powerful things. Start small. 5 minutes a day with getting up earlier. 5 minutes a day doing your new habit or the thing that you want to put in that makes you feel a bit more accomplished. 5 minutes working towards something that you want to build as well. So that's basically it. To recap, I talked about my experience with morning routines and night routines, and what you can do to implement them, what ideas that you can utilize to implement them. I also talked about, how to wake up earlier each morning and starting small, most important key, and what you can do to help yourself wake up each morning. Other than that, I shared some of my stories, and yeah, if you have any cool morning routines or any cool night routines, please comment down below. I would love to hear. I want to kind of, learn from people too while I'm sharing. So yeah, if there's any questions, again, comment down below. Other than that, as always, make someone smile today. Something so small can make a huge difference in someone's life. It'd be something so small. And as always, go gently and keep on keeping on. Alright? Peace. Cooking soul.